Hi, and welcome to this first episode of the Cosy Romance Drama Pod. It's a name that I just came up with half an hour ago, and I've actually been wanting to do that podcast for a long time. I didn't even know if I wanted to do a video podcast or audio podcast, and I was too lazy to set up a camera. I thought, you know what, I'm going to call it Cozy Romance Drama Pod because it's going to be a cozy podcast where I just open my laptop and record with my MacBook camera. I'm going to use a little mic and I'm just going to roll with it. I've been watching drama for plus 15 years, so I have a quite an extensive knowledge and experience with drama and Dramaland. I've started watching first anime and kind of went all the way down to everything. But before starting, I wanted to introduce myself and give a little bit of background about me. And yes, so you would know if that type of things interest you. My name is Nelsie. I am a drama watcher for 15 years. I started when I was around 15 years old. Maybe 14, I'm not really sure, but like 15 for sure. And yeah, it's been already 15 plus years that I've been watching drama. I started initially with anime, and then eventually that led me to watching Japanese drama. Then I kind of came across Taiwanese drama. Don't ask me how. I discovered Autumn Concerto and also Love Around with Annie Chan, Wu with Autumn Concerto. So yeah, I was living a peaceful life, but I studied Japanese in high school, and some of my classmates was watching K-pop, was listening K-pop and watching Korean dramas. So I thought, yeah, it's a show, right? Then I fell down the rabbit hole of watching Korean drama. That was for like a long time. I was mainly watching Korean drama. It's like always by phase. It's like first I'm like all Japanese, then like all Taiwanese, and then all Korean. And naturally it is like Thai drama because yeah, later I had a friend, she was watching like BL Thai and then drama, and then she was like, oh, you have to watch this. I was like, okay, let me give it a go. So I did that. And lately, I am watching a Chinese drama, and specifically romance idol, or romance historical drama. I've also watched Filipinos. I've like dabbling a little bit on the Filipino dramas. I've watched Turkish drama, telenovelas, obviously American shows, but mainly I'm watching Asian drama. And that podcast is going to be about Asian drama and specifically romance drama because that's all I'm watching. Yes, that's mainly what I'm watching. Sometime, once in a while, I would watch something else, but this podcast is 99% romance drama because that's 99% of the thing that I'm watching. Anyway, that out of the picture, I wanted to start today's episode with a recap and basically my opinion on the latest drama. So, on this podcast, I am obviously sharing my insight and what I like, what I didn't like about drama, or what are my expectations of the upcoming weeks, month. But I'm also doing this podcast that I've been wanting to do for the longest time ever to discuss very popular, unpopular tropes in Dramaland. And yeah, to discuss topic around the whole drama world. And I wanted it initially to do a audio podcast because I thought, okay, that's gonna be much easier, and then I don't have to kind of show up in front of the camera. But I think it is really nice to have a discussion. We're not having a discussion, but to have a face in front of the screen. And you can also decide to not look at me and then just listen to what I love to share about drama. So yes, this is how the cozy romance drama pod starting. It is just starting, so I don't even know like how it's gonna evolve. for sure, I just know that I've been watching drama for 15 years. I'm not gonna stop tomorrow. And yeah, why not share about it? Like, I'll still be watching drama when I'm gonna be old. Actually, I've been thinking, like, oh my God, like, I want to do so much thing in my life and I have so many side projects. But there's one thing that has been constant, like, my whole, like, life as a someone that had a choice on what I can do. And that has been drama. So drama has been the thing that led my life for, yeah, a long time. And if I'm watching on my drama list, the amount of time that I've spent watching dramas, I think it is part of my personality. Like, I think I would like to discuss that in another video, the subculture that I have because of Asian drama. Because of the amount of like cues and culture things that I've got from watching a lot of dramas. Obviously, drama is always romanticized, and this is why we are watching drama. You can watch family drama where it is not which family is that crazy anyway. On family drama, you have crazy things happening. How many amnesia we have, that's like impossible to count. But I've been really discovering a lot of things through drama that include food, that includes pop culture moment, that include like politeness. Like I've learned Japanese and Korean, and in general, I love languages, and hearing and seeing all of those things made me realize, oh, okay, I know much more than the average person or the person that's just learning one language. Like I know some people that have learned Korean, for example, they know way less cultural thing than me. Like I did learn Korean, but like they know way less because of the fact that they didn't watch that many entertainment. Yeah, that is good. That is useful. That is immersion, guys. Yes. So do not neglect it. It is important when you're learning. But that aside, if you're not learning Asian language, that's fine as well. Here we're only talking about dramas. So let's start with the drama. So what I'm doing here is that on my screen, I have my drama list 2025 top shows because I watch a little bit of everything. I just put everything there and I would only talk about the show that I've actually watched or partially watched. Something to know about me is that I often start, I don't always finish because I don't believe that you have to sit through a whole show just because you started it. I am the number one person that would give up the moment that I'm like, okay, I'm done. I would first skip for a few episodes, of course. But that being said, let's start. The first top ranking show is When Life Gives You Tangerines. And this show, guys, I've convinced drama watcher and non-drama watcher, including my mom, like crazy. Like my mom, she watched 1 Liter of Tears way back when I was like young and I was still living at home. I made her watch that show and she loved it. And I think she watched one or two other shows, but nothing beat it that one. That is like number one for her. And when I've watched When Life Gives You Tangerine, I was like, Mom, I find another show that is for you. Like, you need to watch that show. Because in that show, it is basically you're following the story of a girl that lived in Jeju, and you also later on you follow like basically her family's life. It is very it's a bit harsh that I don't know, like the realness of that drama made me think, whoa, those things that happen in that drama are real things. Like we're talking about, okay, we're romanticizing or whatever. Like there are some element that are a little bit like, okay, that it might not happen that way, but there are so many things that are so real in this drama. If you haven't watched that drama, I really recommend you to watch this because you go through you watch someone go through a lot of traumas, but also a lot of joy, a lot of pain. And those are things that you really relate to. I am a firstborn daughter, and I really related to that story, and especially with the life of the character. So she played two roles, like Esun, which is the mom, and the leading the leading show, like the leading actress on the show, but she's also playing the daughter, Yang Gum-yeon. She, I really relate a lot to her because she was the daughter, like firstborn, that really wanted to crush everything, like really get things right, be successful, holding like the second generation, or at least that's like the feeling that she had. The with the funny enough with Essen, my mom had really few points which she could relate heavily on what happened in her life. And you go through so many elements, so many things, and seeing the love that was like showcasing throughout the whole show for his wife is crazy. I really like Park Bo-gum in general, but on this show he was like a stone, really. Like the obviously Hae-sun is the main character, but he is basically the best supporting human in that family. Is crazy, like how much you can do for love. I think this show gave me some hope. Yeah, in Delulu Land, what we cannot anyway. That show really gave me the hope that if someone really loves you, they are willing to sacrifice. And you sacrifice like really realness. You're not there to just be like, oh yeah, I'll do that for you. No, you're really sacrificing a lot. So that show was really amazing. I really love it, really recommend it. I recommend it to my mom. She watched it, she loved it. And I told you, like, guys, I've been 15 years watching dramas. I rarely recommend something to her. And when I do, it has to be very curated. And that was one of it. I also recommend it to friends and friends that watch drama, friends that don't. And they actually enjoyed it. So if you're looking for a drama this year to convert some people, family and friends or lovers, like really watch this. Like I've managed to also convert my ex-boyfriend to watch a show with me, and honestly, yeah, he started watching Asian show with me. You should always find a really good show. Next on the list, The Prisoner of Beauty. Oh my gosh. Like I it's been a while that I haven't watched historical romance drama where I don't skip the kind of, not boring, the kind of like political, like heavy political part. On this show, you have Song Zur. I don't know how really to pronounce her name, and Lee, where they are like they are the lead couple, and they are from two different clan, two different empire, and they enter into a arranged marriage. But that's not ring the bell, ring the alarm, whatever you want. Oh yeah, that's like a typical trope. Here, arranged marriage. Two people, they don't like each other. For once, they have a real reason to not like each other. And the girl, like the main lead, she had the reason to try her best to really make that thing works. And she did. Is that spoiler? We know they're supposed to end up together. We don't know how though. But yeah, that show first, like the lead were beautiful together. Their acting were really great. The main lead, she did a really great job at portraying a smart female lead. Like, when was the last time we had a smart, like real smart female lead? Like, she's so smart that she makes things happening on the side and be behind the curtain, and people don't realize it. Like the male leads realize it at some point or a certain part, but she's like placing everything. She's like placing every pound here and there. Mm. She's amazing. Like I haven't loved like historical female lead on a romance drama in a long time. I haven't loved that much. She really stand out. What was really very really interesting is that the historical part, like she was so involved in the historical part that you cannot skip it. Actually, both lead, they they were really involved. They were not like sideliners. Like the story was around them, around their own struggle together, but also with the other empire, and everything was linked together. On that show, it was really great. There were really sad moments where some people I didn't expect it that it would turn out that way. But yeah, like I had some moment I was like, whoa, what's going on? Overall, the storyline were really good. It was something that you don't often see. The set was really good. The romance was really good. I really like some of the scene where, is that spoiler alert? I don't know if you, it's a half a year. You should watch this. If you haven't, yeah, I don't know what to say. But when the main lead literally put a sword near her throat, where he's also trying to kill her, basically. She is so strong, like at so many times, like if it was another female lead, she would have cry, fall, or whatever. When she's falling or crying, like she has a real reason to cry. Like I would cry before her, and I'm like, whoa, come on, you can handle that. She was so strong. Like I haven't seen a strong female lead like that. And when you look at her cousin, like a lot of people blamed her cousin, and at first I did, but at the end of the day, you don't know how you're gonna react if you're in the same situation as her cousin, which basically she just accepted fate her whole life. And for once, she wanted to protect someone. So yeah, it is, I feel like they really showed people also when she made a mistake, the main lead, female main lead, she's not perfect. She's trying, she's trying with what she has, and you can see that, yeah, she really did a great job. Okay, I'm not talking so much about Ning, but I also love his character. I think this is one of the show that made me fall in love with him. I really like A Journey to Love. That was the name, I think. Let me double check. A Journey to Love. And what else? Like the story of a pearl girl. I've also watched this. Get lost in the middle. But yeah, I really love the main lead character, main male lead character as well. But for me, in this drama, the female lead really stand out. The next one on the list is, okay, First Frost. What to say about First Frost? Like, I started it. I think it's a really good show. It has really good rating. It's just that I have a really hard time with people that are that traumatized. It might sound harsh, but yet you have to go through so many things to like finally enjoy. And I think she had really good reason to be traumatized. But yeah, it just didn't work for me. So I'll skip that. Like I've watched a little bit, but I mainly skipped it. Study group was like really funny for me. I haven't finished it. Maybe there is a few episodes left. I think it's been a long time I haven't watched Korean school drama. And that was not like the typical school drama. There were some romance, but it was not like extreme. So I watched this a little bit. I know this is like the Cosy Romance Pod, but bear in mind, there were a little bit of romance here and there, so it kept me kind of on my toes. But yeah, I've watched a few shows from Min, but this was a really good one. I really recommend. It's not heavy romance though. So if this is what you're mainly looking for, yeah, leave it on the side. But yeah. Next on the line, the best thing. And for me, it was the best thing, really. I would say that I don't watch that many modern Chinese drama lately. And this is why the First Frost did not sit super well with me. Because, yeah, for Chinese drama, like I'm watching historical Chinese drama. But this one, Ling Ye, I really, how do you pronounce his name? Shang Ling Ye, Hu, Shang Ling Hu, Huang Huzi, yeah, Shang Ling Hu. I need to really step up my game with names because I never pronounce them out loud because I'm always like just reading. I will try to remember that, okay? And Shu Wu Han, there were like people had opinion on their chemistry, but like I really liked it. So in that story, she's like a hotel manager and she had insomnia and she go to Chinese medicine. And basically it's a hot guy. That doesn't happen. That's like really doesn't happen. And yeah, there is some things going on. They have the chemistry, but at the moment, she's in a relationship. And actually, you realize later that this is the relationship that is giving her that insomnia. It is really, in a way, it is slow bird romance. Like for at the beginning, you're like, oh my God, you want her to heal. Like you want like something to start. And yeah, everybody get involved, like the grandpa and like the people. But I even wrote down like a little like saying of a quote of one of the character. And in the character, when she's thinking of taking a decision, the main female lead is talking to this grandma that is retired, that is visiting the hotel. She's okay, she doesn't know if what she's doing is right. And in the scene, the grandma says, in this world, there is no absolute right or wrong. It is only whether you regret it or not. And this sentence really blew my mind. Like I wrote it down. I was like, oh my God, like I feel it. It is true though. It's like a lot of time you take decision. You don't know if that's the best decision or that's the worst decision. It's just after you take it, you can just be like, okay, do I regret taking it or not? You can regret taking it, but if you would not have taken it, would you, maybe I thought what would have happened. So in a lot of sense, it is really like really good, really relevant to have those kind of like deeper meaning behind. So you have those moments in some dramas where you watch and then something kind of stuck within you. So that did for me with The Best Thing. I really like as well how they introduce for each episode like an element of Chinese medicine. Like I am taking acupuncture session and watching this made me actually I was planning to do acupuncture before that, or I already started, or it was the beginning. But seeing that, I was like, okay, I want to learn more about Chinese traditional medicine. So it was a really cute introduction, not introduction, but like insight, because there is certain practice that I didn't know they were doing. And it was really like slow build romance. Like I didn't really spend a lot of time on the story with the father, but I really like how they communicate and how the romance was built. Next on the line, Legend of Shanghai. Shanghai. I started it, but it's not romance, so I'm gonna skip it. What else is in there? Woodlight Mystic. I gonna skip it. Flourish Peony. I am right now. Oh, I'm so disappointed. So the thing is, I watched earlier this year Flourish Peony. Of course, I loved it. This is wow, I recommend. Yes, please, more. I love it. At the end of the show, I learned that this is a two season in Chinese drama land. That's like a lot of hours. 2 season shows, and I was so disappointed. And then I realized that yeah, it was also gonna be released this year, and the second part is called In the Name of Blossom. So the second part is currently airing. I've watched consistently until episode 10, but yeah, it's going downhill. First, let's talk about Flourish Peony. I discovered the lead with Gogo Squid, but I didn't really like that drama like way back because I felt like the female lead was a little bit too pushy. But I was like, you know what, let me watch the show and let's see for Flourish Peony. It's a historical drama I think I might like. I watch it and I was like, oh my God, I really love when like a female has to go through this kind of fatality or so many things happening to her. And then the male lead is it's like supporting her and is like saving her, but not directly saving her. This is what's going on for me in Flourish Peony, or at least the first Yeah, that season. So in that drama, Wei Fang, she's married to someone that actually doesn't love her. And eventually she had to leave that household, and she discovered that, yeah, they're the reason why she couldn't save her mom in a way. In that episode, she meets also in that first part, she meet the male lead, which is this kind of like flower envoy, and she herself, she's really like a goddess in terms of like gardening, and especially with flower. I discovered the name of peonies in Chinese is mudan, and I'm in love with peonies. So like when I discovered mudan, like I literally learned how to draw the character, and I'm like, whoa, I love that name. I need to use that name for something. I just love it. Mudan. It's peonies, it's pretty, it's everything. But anyway, that aside. So we follow her journey, and the first part is amazing because she have to basically start from nothing. But there were this show, Adversity Blossom in Adversity, or Adversity in Blossom. On that show, you have the kind of like business side that is a little bit like Blossom in Adversity. Yeah. People are like, yeah, how would you make so much money? Blah, blah, blah. So that's in a very historical show. Flourish Peony, it makes sense. Like slowly how she's like building it up and knowing she also have a backup that is helping her. She get like into debt and things like that. So I liked as well that part. I followed like most of the business side. The historical, like the political part was like a little bit like, ugh. And then when it switched to the in name of Blossom, that kind of destroyed the whole thing. So I would recommend Flourish Peony, yes. But yeah, the romance is just so slow burn that I don't even know if I'm gonna watch the second part. So let's continue on what's going on for this first half. I feel like I've been talking way too much. Perfect Match. Yes, I've watched this. Okay. So last year I watched the double. Was it last year? Yeah, last year I watched the double. Completely fell in love with the main male lead. Whoa, his voice is so deep. And I was like, how is this possible? Wang Xing Ye. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. I also like the female lead, the main girl. She's actually in A Blossom in Adversity as the sister of the main lead. But let's not get lost here. So on that show, I think there is just, rather than a purely romance, is first a family drama, then is a romance drama. So that sometimes doesn't really work well for me because like I'm really interested in like the romance side. Yeah, not much to say about it. I stopped it midway. So yeah, not much to talk about that one. Question is, would I recommend it? I think if you like Destined, was it called like that? It is giving me like, yeah, Destined. It is giving me similar vibes. So if you like that one, I would recommend it for sure. If you don't really like a lot of family sisterhood thing, don't watch this. I'm trying to skip the drama that I've started 2 episodes and then skipped, but there were one specific drama that I wanted to check. Oh, Youthful Glory. I've also watched this one. In this one, actually, this is where I discover the main lead. And this year, I've also watched another show from this main lead. So in Youthful Glory, you have a prince, basically, that is, I would say he's undercover. He's undercover, he has a mission, and he's meeting this like female lead that should get involved in the whole situation. And yeah, it's a cute show. I think there is quite some romance, but for me, it is a little bit childish. I feel like the romance was, yeah, the girl, she was a little bit too childish. Not my cup of tea, but Song Wei Long, discovered him, really liked it. I've watched 7 Relic of Free Omen. There is a bit of romance there, but it is not the main topic, so I would not talk about it here. But I really like that drama. I really like the special effects were really bad. It was not great, right? In Seven Relics of Free Omen, but the storyline was really great, so I also recommend that one. What else? What else? I felt like I didn't watch a lot of Korean drama. My Dearest Nemesis, I skipped. I started it, I skipped. The White Oliver Tree, I heard about it, but I didn't watch. Libelle is the same. I have not watched. So maybe I am trying to figure it out if there were that many more show that I've watched. Yes, there were Tastefully Yours, a drama. It's actually on Netflix. I really hesitated to watch this after. Actually, I didn't like the main male lead. The female, I loved her. Actually, love her from like Youth of May. She always have really nice role. Actually, I really like her. And Kagano, I've watched shows from him. Can't remember which one though. Like, let me check. But Gomin Si, I've watched Youth of May from her. Love Alarm. Yes, I love that. What else? Yeah, I think those were Sweet Home. I've watched it, but I can't really remember exactly how it was. And also Age of You. Yes, season 2. I've watched this. I feel like she was in season 1. No, she was not. Okay. So I've watched Youth of May from her. So really love the actress. Just the guy, same, immature. Like, I really hate immature. Like, we have to talk about immature, like, leads, whether it's the girl or the male lead. Like, I have a really specific type of romance that I like. Mature people, smart people that communicate. Is that very difficult? No, I don't get it. Tastefully Yours. I like the. I like certain aspect, but I really didn't like the child. It's like Yuchi. Like, really, the male is like Yuchi. It's like childish. No. The Potato Lab. Oh, why didn't mark it as I've watched this? I've watched this. Okay, let me remove what I just said about like childish male lead or childish, basically altogether couple. Is the male lead childish? A little bit. The whole thing about, oh yeah, you kiss me now, we have to be together. Yeah, it is childish, but he really stepping up. Like, I'm doing this. Like, I am like, he's like really competent man. So he can be childish, but as long as he's competent, I am good. So he coming and be like, yeah, you need someone to, I don't know, help you win the like chef competition. I'm a chef. You need someone to help you do this. I will do that. Like, he can do everything and anything, or almost. And yeah, like competent men. They can be childish in that case, but as long as they're really competent in everything else, fine. I liked it that because you see the female lead. It's very rare that I see a female lead taking a cigarette. Has this happened a lot? I don't think so. I don't know. But it's very rare. So I recommend as well watching that show. It is more like light in general. Like, I would consider it as light, but I think it is worth it to watch this. And I think that most of the top drama that I've watched so far, and that are like romantic drama. I've watched other ones, but I'm just checking which one is worth talking about. But I think that's it. That's it for half a year. Oh, I'm watching now a drama actually, like the Korean drama. I forgot to mention them, but there were like 2 Korean drama airing on platform. You have actually, I'm watching many Chinese drama. A Dream Within a Dream, The Princess Gambit, and I already talked about In the Name of Blossom. I'm not gonna talk about those one yet. I'm not super happy about some of them, but yes, thinking I don't know yet what I'm gonna watch for the upcoming week. But yes, we will see what's the topic is gonna be. I'm probably gonna do another episode on a specific topic, and we will see. I feel like this episode was so long. I'm gonna try to reduce it a little bit, and maybe I should have a structure. I don't know what the structure is gonna be like. So if I do drama review, maybe to have a few drama, like a quick look at the synopsis, what's happening, like very quickly, and whether it's like it's always mainly a romance, but okay, whether it's like a light, meaning it's a bit more on the comedy side, or whether it's a more serious. So my preferred style is like a more serious tone, or it can be a little bit mixed. But yeah, that's basically the way I am viewing most of the romance. So that was for the first episode, a recap. I think it's a little bit longer than what I am aiming for, but I will try to reduce it when I edit it. And I hope that I hope you enjoyed. I really doing that to meet other people that watch Asian drama like me and I want to talk about it. I think it's always super fun. And yes, see you next time.